It is time to get the lowdown on Rob Cotter. All right, so Tracy and I are getting ready to race these elves. I get the orange one.
I get the white one.
But we have to get our safety gear on. So Tracy needs to pull out hers, and I'll pull out mine. I'm going as Darth Vader, and Tracy is going as
Hannibal Lecter.
Perfect. Let's get these babies on.
I'm gonna kill it.
I can't really see.
You can't see.
Why are you breathing?
Lecter, come to the dark side.
Never. I'm going to eat your liver with fafa beans.
Come to the dark side. It's your destiny.
I'm going to crush you, Vader! Crush you, Vader!
No! Impressive. Most impressive.
I killed you!
No!
Now I have a nice Chianti.
We'd like to welcome Rob Cotter, creator of The Elf and the founder of Organic Transit right here in downtown Durham. Welcome you to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So we like to play a little game called the Lowdown Versus. Your elf versus Legolas from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it's an elf against an elf?
Yeah.
Elf against elf, famous elves.
I think we'd go the distance, but in a sprint he'd win.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, your elf versus Link from Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, we'd crush him.
Yeah, you would. All right. This is going to be really hard. Your elf versus Will Ferrell's elf in Elf.
Oh, I'd love to kick Will Ferrell's tail. I would love that.
And you would. And he would love to have his tail kicked.
I know that. In his special outfit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yellow
So I
leopard.
heard you were a world record speed holder. Is that right?
For a
At
little
one
while.
time? What was that for?
That was, well, it was probably for a few moments.
Right.
But it was a 60.7 miles per hour in a pedal-powered vehicle.
How'd you get into that? And was it like a Guinness World Record or?
Oh, no, it was the Human Powered Vehicle Association. They just have their annual speed championships, and it was in between that. So I think immediately it was eclipsed by 61.3.
Well, what was your first experience with fast cars? I said fast cars, not fast women.
Yeah, it's all relative, right?
Right.
So my first car was a Fiat 300, and I was about 8 years old, or 7. And we talked my father into towing it home.
Oh, really?
We found it on a abandoned car. And so that wasn't too fast, but it was a car. And when I was 9, I learned to drive in a 59 Volkswagen Beetle, so that was pretty spectacular.
Wow.
Did you restore the Fiat?
No, we tried to put a Chevy V8 in it.
Oh, really?
It doesn't go over well when you're 7 years old.
Funny. So you went from BMW and Porsche racing cars, working on those, to the Elf. How did you make the transition? Where'd you get the idea?
Okay, so the transition, came over a period of decades, really. But in the interim, I worked with Mercedes, McLaren, SLR stuff, AMG. I worked with the Body Shop, the skin and hair care company, worked with Anita Roddick on their environmental and human rights campaigns. But this really came about for me to kick it off as a product when I was consulting on bike sharing in New York City.
Okay.
I realized that they're putting in 300 miles of new bike trails.
Right.
There is a market.
Right.
Why we're able to kind of flourish in Durham is because they leave us alone.
What's been the most exciting thing that's happened along this journey?
I think it's that what people do with the elves. Like, I was in New York City for the Climate March last week,
Right.
and a guy rode his down from Ontario, Canada.
Oh, wow.
He's got about 2,700 miles so far.
How long did that take him?
Well, he's taken his time. He spent a few days in Burlington, Vermont, and stuff like that. He does, I think, between 70 and 120 miles per day,
Wow.
and he's on his way to Key West.
Very cool.
So he'll be stopping
Wow.
off
Is
here.
that the longest trip ever in an Elf, I assume?
Yes, but there's a couple supposedly coming out of Montana that are riding theirs to Argentina.
Ooh.
That's 25,000 miles.
Yeah. So what does the future look like for organic transit?
Well, we're looking at multiple manufacturing facilities, outside assembly, overseas assembly. We'd like to be building them wherever they're being sold, so that means lower carbon footprint for decentralized manufacturing. So we're in talks with Fiji, Canada.
Wow. You guys are everywhere.
We're everywhere. We sold in 8 countries in our first year.
Right.
And it's really exciting. So next year, the first quarter, we'll be having the the Ox, the pickup truck version coming out. We have like 4 other models we've been doing.
Now I know Jerry Seinfeld purchased one, is that right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. How was that? I guess he was one of the first to purchase one, right?
Sorta. Yeah, he's probably number 70 or something. I don't really know, but I think we had the Kickstarters done by the time he ordered one. But it was fun. You know, it was really cool going to his house and
Yeah.
Nice.
you know, part of his collection of toys.
Right, exactly.
And he rides around with his 2 kids and a dog.
Yeah.
Not many people can say that they've been to Jerry Seinfeld's house to deliver transportation.
Probably not. But probably a few people said, oh, I've been there with an elf, right?
That's right.
Exactly. Very welcome,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks.
Rob.
You're welcome.
Awesome.